Well, hello everybody. Glad to see you all. I'm Paul Gifford. I have been a staff member at this school for about 8 years. I first came here in 1992 as a Step 1 student because my then girlfriend said she would dump me if I didn't learn something about this kind of information and energy. And we got married about 3 months later, and we're still having a wonderful time together, so that part seems to have worked. I'm not sure what brought you here, but I've found my decision to learn about this kind of information has done more for me in terms of being present in my life, in terms of getting what I want, where I want, than anything else I've ever tried. One of the whole reasons we have our school here in San Francisco, in the city, is that this is not supposed to be something that you need to go off to a mountaintop or eat only tree roots or brown rice or fruit or whatever. This is something you can do in your everyday life. There is these tools and techniques, even if you don't continue with any of our other classes, just learning to be in the center of your head, to be grounded, to be fully present in your body, will make a difference in your energy. People have talked a lot about what is this like, and I date myself back to the 60s, and people talked about vibes. When you see someone walking down the street, you get a good feeling about them, you get a good vibe, you get a bad feeling, you get a bad vibe. That's getting information. And part of what these tools and techniques teach you is to access that information, to trust it and respect it. Let's try one more meditation exercise. So get comfortable in the chair. Close your eyes, and once more, say hello to yourself in the center of the head, inside that gold ball. And let that gold ball expand to clear out distractions, other people's energy, past time or future time. And you just let that gold ball expand easily and comfortably until the gold ball completely fills your head, maybe even a little past. And when the gold ball has completely filled your head, let it shrink back down without effort, easily and comfortably, gently back down until it's about the size of a golf ball or a walnut in the center of your head. And say hello to yourself there. Acknowledge your presence. Acknowledge that you as spirit are in your body, that you as spirit are in charge of your attention. You can bring all of your attention there to the center of your head. And from the center of your head, say hello once more to that energy center just in front of the base of your spine, your first chakra, and to your grounding cord that starts at your first chakra and drops down through the chair and through the floor and through all the rest of the building into the earth, and then easily and effortlessly goes down through the earth, all the way down to your own personal point of connection at the center of the planet. And just acknowledge the strength of that connection, your own personal connection from your first chakra to your own personal point of connection at the center of the planet. Take a nice deep breath. Say hello to your body. And from the center of your head, check in with your body and see if you can find a place where there is tension. Just pick one. And when you've found that place with tension, don't go into it. Stay in the center of your head. But try to let that tension dissolve. You can grind it up. You can see it melting like a snowman on a sunny day, like an ice cube melting on a countertop, however it works for you. Let that tension either get ground into dust or dissolve or melt or liquefy, and then let it flow back down your grounding cord and all the way down to the center of the planet. And just feel that tension flowing out of your body down to the center of the planet, and the planet will reabsorb that energy, recycle it for you. And say hello to yourself once more in the center of your head. Take another nice deep breath. Say hello to your body. Notice any changes you've just made. And then when you're ready, you can bend over, touch the floor, let your head hang loose. Balance your energy or dump, whichever one you like to call it. Come back up when you're comfortable. And tell me, how was that for you? Yes?
Since this is now kind of the third time we are doing this,
Yes.
I experience is that it actually is getting easier. I'm very surprised. I wouldn't have thought.
Well, thank you for taking the words out of my mouth, because again, when you first came here, most of us are not used to focusing our attention like this, not used to being in one place, being fully in our body. And so it takes practice, but this is the third time. I'm hoping for all of you it got a little easier to be in the center of your head, a little easier to be grounded. That's what a meditation practice is about. And of course, we will encourage you. In fact, this may be my opportunity to talk about the school itself, Psychic Horizons, and our Step 1 class. That is the basic introductory meditation class. It's 7 weeks long. And you will learn, again, whatever you've learned today is something you can already take with you and use at home. But if you want to come to this 7-week class, make that commitment, you can learn so much more. There is grounding, just increasing your focus, being more grounded, being more productive, being more present in your life. That's what grounding is about. Centering, knowing where your attention is, seeing things more clearly, having clear choices about yourself, understanding your energy, and then we go into energetic boundaries, knowing where the edges of your energy space are. Again, for many of you, you've talked about issues with feeling people's energy in your space. I was talking about vibes, bad vibes, or somebody throwing energy at you you don't like. The more you learn about your boundaries, the more centered you are, the more grounded, the easier it is to avoid those situations, to keep other people's energy from getting in your space, to create what you want for yourself with your energy and tools. Again, as you go through Step 1, you will be learning about running energy and having a meditation practice. And let me talk about that for a little bit. When I started as a student here, in fact, I had Laura Hopper teaching me Step 1, and she told me that it would be a good thing to meditate every day, and so I didn't. And then I took Step 2, and they told me it would be a good thing to meditate every day, and I still didn't. And I kept on that way, but I loved the information I was getting in class. And I kept going with it all the way through the clairvoyant training program, where you are doing a lot of meditative work, and I still hadn't gotten myself to meditate every day. It seemed like a lot of work. It was a nuisance. But finally I decided I wanted to be on staff, and I sat there watching students who were taking these classes. And from the back of the classroom, I wasn't even teaching the class, I was just observing, I could see the difference between the people who for just 5 minutes a day gave themselves that time and that permission to work with their energy, to focus their attention just to be present. And so since then, I have meditated. There may be a few days in the last 10 years I've missed, but it's not a lot. And it's made all the difference in the world. My other analogy for that is it's like steering a ship. And if you're steering a ship and give the rudder a big push, the ship will turn suddenly and go in a different direction. But if you take 5 minutes a day, every day, just to give that rudder a little push, of being a little more present, a little more focused, a little more in your body, the ship will change course every bit as much, and it's a whole lot easier on the passengers on the ship. So there you go. Any other questions or comments about meditation, about how these exercises felt, about our classes?
How often do you have these classes? And you say 7 weeks, that means like once a week, twice a week. So what am I getting myself into when I sign up?
You're getting yourself into the middle of a wonderful growth opportunity. That's part of what it's about. Our basic step classes, which we have cleverly named Step 1, Step 2, and Step 3, are each 7 weeks long. They start every 2 months, and one class a week for about 2 hours. And of course, we encourage you to meditate at home between classes, as I just said, but your commitment is simply to be there once a week for 2 hours. The classes are offered on 4 different days a week. The other thing we are just developing is a long-distance learning program, which would be another way to be able to participate this. If you can't come here to our school in San Francisco, that would be another choice for you. So.
Can you say more about the long-distance program? My sister could really use this program.
I think for that information, I'm going to have to turn it back over to Laura, who knows more about that than I do.
Anyone who's interested in long-distance learning is they can call or email, and we will give them a conference line. And then they call in on the conference line, and we call in on the conference line as well. And we're going to have a conference phone in the middle of the classroom, so they're going to be participating in a regular class. Okay, so they can hear everybody in the class, participating, and so they'll be taught over the phone. So if they have a speaker on their phone, that's even better. So they can sit down and do all these exercises and not be distracted by holding the phone. But it's going to be on a speakerphone conference call line, so they can participate with everybody else. And they can talk about what they're experiencing just like everybody else is. Classes start every 7 weeks, like Paul said. They include a free 2-hour reading. So long distance people, we're going to tape the reading. You can either email or call us with your issues, and we'll put it on the calendar just like a regular reading and tape it and send you the tape. And it also includes healing clinics every Monday night, free healing clinics. So for one issue you'd like to have a healing on, then you can get these healing clinics for free the whole time you're in class. And then same thing with the long distance people. Send us your issues, and we'll do an absentee, healing clinic. So yeah.
And I can switch from class to class if I need to. Like if I
to,
sign up for Sundays and something happens,
I can come on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night. Yeah. We have classes on Sunday morning, Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Friday afternoons. Thank you guys. You've been a great audience, wonderful participants. Thank you for being here, and we hope to see you around. All right.
Thank you.